My Axial Capra is complete and ready to hit the rocks. Let's check out what it took to go from this to this. Here from the RCNetwork.com, and it's time to check out my Axial Capra. It's ready to hit the rocks, and I can't wait to show you everything that went into this build. Now, of course, I'd like to invite you to check out my unboxing video where we go over everything that comes inside of the box, and finally the build review that goes over all of the different bits and pieces of the build, including tools that you'll need to build your Axial Capra, the instruction manual, and everything else that goes into building a kit. In this video, we'll be discussing all of the electronics that I chose, the tires, and some other bits and pieces that had to go into building this Axial Capra and getting it ready for the rock. Starting with the tires, I went with Proline's Hyrax tires. Now these are the Predator compound, or what they call the super soft. These things have some aggressive tread, and I definitely like how they operate in my neck of the woods down here in Southern California. Now inside I am running the dual stage foams. They give the tire a nice feel when you're on the rocks, that nice soft feel at first, but then the harder inside keeps everything together when you do get some wheel speed, which these are very nice for. Now, I couldn't run the plastic beadlocks that came with the kit, but I upgraded to these Vanquish Method 105 aluminum wheels. I chose the blue color, of course, to complement my paint scheme that we'll go over here in a little bit. And these things are quite nice. They've made up to the Hyraxes nicely. And with the 225 SLW hub, these things have a perfect stance to get you in those tight sections on the rocks. Painting up the panels on the Capra is super easy. They're easy to tape off and get all of the different colors that you want on your Capra. Now I went with a Sprint White, an Indy Silver, and finally the Metallic Blue, backed with the Outlaw Black. That gives it that deep dark blue look to my paint scheme that I run on a couple of different vehicles, and I just like that theme throughout my vehicles. It's very simple to do, and I'll have a couple of links up top here to direct you to how to paint your RC vehicles. Interior wise, I just chose an Outlaw Black on the underside of the interior, and that gave it that deep dark black look. Now on the exterior, I painted it with a Tester's dull coat that gave it that flat black look that all interiors should look like. And once again, link up in the upper right hand corner to check out how to do that. My steering is being taken care of by the Spectrum S6390BL. Now this is Spectrum's brushless, high voltage, high speed, high torque metal gear servo. It packs a pretty good punch at 312 ounce-inches of torque and 0.09 seconds of transit time, all at 8.4 volts. But I am operating right now on 6 volts on the steering servo and also the dig servo, just to protect that dig servo down the line. For my motor, I chose the Tekin Rock 412. Now this is a powerhouse of a motor, and it is a 540 size motor, so it fits in the Capra perfectly. This, of course, is a brushless, censored, and element-proof motor to bat. Now, I opted for the 3100 kV version, as I do want to go a little bit fast with this Capra, and I geared it down to a 12-tooth from the stock 14-tooth. The brains of my Axial Capra is the Tekin RX4. Now, once again, this is a fully operational ESC, capable of anywhere from 2S up to 6S LiPo. What makes this RX4 so special is it's element proof and also has a very robust BEC capable of anywhere from 6.0 volt up to 7.4 volt for your servos. What makes the Tekin system so powerful is its Bluetooth connectivity through the Hotwire 3 module. I can simply pull up my iPhone on an app and control all the functions of my RX4. Now, controlling all the functionality of my Axial Capra, including the 3 channels it needs for the dig servo, is my Futaba 7PX radio system. Now, I have my dig servo assigned to PS3, and it's for the channel 3 control on my system. So a simple flip of a switch, and I'm able to control my Spectrum dig servo, going through all the functionality of the Capra. Powering my Axial Capra is the ProTech RC 4100 milliamp 3-cell 11.4 volt shorty pack. This thing packs a serious punch, and because it's lithium high voltage, it gives you that little extra power. Now this thing fits absolutely perfectly inside the Capra, and I'm able to get it in there and get some good 3S power to my 3100 kV kV motor. Now, one upgrade I did do to my Axial Capra prior to even driving was I added some MIP drive shafts. Now, they do not have a production set of these drive shafts out yet. I'm merely testing out some stock parts I had here for other Axial vehicles. Until I get some testing done on these things, I don't really want to disclose which parts I used because I may tweak them down the line just to make sure everything works with the Capra. So a lot of people have asked, how much does your Capra weigh? Well, right here I have a zeroed out scale with a Proline stand. Just to get it above the stand, we'll go ahead and weigh this thing in. And my Capra weighs in at 6.002 pounds. Now, this is full ready to run, battery, everything is in this thing ready to go. Now, two things that you may not have on your Capra are the MIP drive shafts and of course that Tekin hot wire up here on the top. Now, I did weigh this thing in prior to adding those things, and the weight of the Capra was 5.876 pounds. So just a little bit of weight for the MIP drive shafts and that Tekin hot wire. Well guys, that is a quick look at my full reveal of my Axial Capra and everything that went into the build outside of the actual build kit. Now, there's no doubt that this will be a super fun vehicle to drive, whether you're crawling and using that cool dig feature or you're going fast for some U4 RC fun. The Axial Capra has some great engineering and I can't wait to drive this thing. I've done a few tests in the driveway, but that has no comparison to getting this thing dirty out on the rocks and seeing what it can really do. Well guys, that is it for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video series. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Axial Capra. Well guys, that is it for now. Comments, questions down below, and as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now guys. Over and out.